The Night Agent, Season 2. Is it worth your time? Should you pick up the phone?
Pick up the phone, baby.
Should you pick up the remote? Okay, everybody. The Night Agent, Season 2. Is it worth your time? Should you pick up the remote? You already know what it is, man. We about to find out right now. What's up, everybody? You know what it is, man. BigWill TV, your #1 space for anything anime, manga, comics, and TV. And today, we're diving in on Netflix's Night Agent Season 2. Peter Sutherland, that guy. So for anyone who doesn't know or hasn't watched The Night Agent, I definitely recommend you go back and watch Night Agent Season 1. And the premise of the show is basically this. Peter Sutherland working in the basement. His one job is to pick up the phone that never rings, but one night that thing rang. And when it rang, he got intertwined in a conspiracy after conspiracy after conspiracy. He met a woman. He found out his dad was guilty. And in Season 2, he gets recruited and he is an official night agent. These people, these agents, to the rest of the world, they don't exist. They've never even been heard of or spoken of about outside of America. They're the guys who make the plays that control the things, and they're the people that you don't see. You don't see, you don't hear about them. They're not doing it for the credit, they're doing it for the mission. And Season 1, man, it brought us a lot of conspiracy, a lot of action, a lot of revelation, a lot of espionage, and a lot of betrayal. But did Season 2 up the stakes? I'll tell you for one thing, man, Season 2 got dark. It got grimy, Mickey, tricky, and slimy. Season 2. In The Night Agent Season 2, we continue the story of Peter Sutherland. He's on the go. He has been recruited. He is now an official night agent. Peter is on his mission. He just got recruited. First mission goes wrong. Somebody dies. That leads him down a deep, dark rabbit hole of conspiracy. But one thing this season does real good is tell the story. You see Peter's descent into the dark side. The line between good and wrong, good and evil, right and wrong starts to blur a little bit. Because like I said, these night agents, these are the ones you don't hear about. These the ones who get Mickey and tricky. These the niggas that hold you back with the towel in your face and pour the water. These the niggas who rip your, these niggas. You feel what I'm saying? And Peter Sutherland being the straight up guy he was, especially we got to see a lot of that in Season 1. You see him adapting to the dark side of it. And you see that it actually takes a toll on him, but he believes in his mission and in his cause. And on the mission, on the hunt for that man. You know every sci-fi spy thriller type thing, you know what I'm saying? Murder mystery, it's that man. The one that man, the string puller, the puppeteer, the man who's behind the scene, the real op. On the hunt for him, he's uncovering things left and right about the system he now works for. He's having to do things that go against his moral code. And the way they play that out will keep you on the edge of your seat. Because when it has you thinking in the moment, damn, what's he going to do? Is he going to do the good thing? Or is he going to do what needs to be done for the mission? Peter had a whole bunch of those moments in Season 2, and that shit really kept me like, okay, let's see what happens next. With every show, every new season, there's an addition of new characters. I got to give a shout out to a few. First, I want to give a shout out to Nora Tahiri. I want to give a shout out to Solomon, a.k.a. Lorenzo. I'm a big Power fan, Lorenzo. I see you, buddy. I see you, Lorenzo. I see you, Solomon. I see you, Lorenzo. I swear I was watching that shit. I was calling that nigga Lorenzo the whole time. I want to give a shout out to Havad, and I want to give a shout out to Marcus. These characters played major roles into the story. You know, we got to see what it was like for someone who defects from Iran and how the government uses that to their benefit and what they have to go through. So that was definitely good to see. It was a real good eye opener. And we also seen how people from, you know, other places, even when they come to the country or come anywhere, there's still a hierarchy in place that goes back to the roots of where they come from. If you get what I'm saying. For example, let's say I'm Big Dog. I'm head of a lab or something, and my guy from across from back home comes through, and if in the back home politics he's above me, I gotta follow suit, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we do get to see that play into the politics, and that adds a lot of depth into the storyline. Cause I swear to God, man, there's some things that happen around episode 5, 6, and 7 that's gonna have you like, when them niggas pull out, whip out, and they pop that. This shit boosted the storyline. I'm trying to tell you, man. And of course, you know, what every season comes with turning characters. Like I said, man, you got to give it to the main character, Peter Sutherland, man, because I love his descent into the dark side. You know what I mean? I love the trials he was put through. I love that nothing came easy to him this season. That nigga put in his work, man. You know what I'm saying? He was DTA the whole episode, the whole season. DTA. He ain't trusting nothing. Like I mentioned earlier, we got the return of Rose. It was real dope to see how last season affected her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And if you guys don't remember Rose, without saying too much, her family members were night agents. Something happened, a break-in happened, the ops came, and they told her to call that phone that Peter Sutherland is supposed to answer. You know what I'm saying? And he answered, they intertwined. Now she came back season 2, and it's real good and cool to see the realism of it, the trauma and everything that affected her from season 1. We got to see that play out in her choices in season 2. And hell, we low-key had to see her descent into the dark realm. You know what I'm saying? So Night Agent season 2 was cooking, man. It was cooking. Another character, you know, who played a real good part in the story, we got to give it to Catherine, you know, the night agent recruiter. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, she never really trusted Peter with what was going on, well, with what his pops had going on. And if you watch season 1, you remember what his pops had going on. Traitor! You know what I'm saying? So, she like, I got to keep my eyes on you, Peter. She had her eyes on that nigga. But even then, you know, he seeing that dynamic of her never really knowing what side he's on. And I keep it G, you know, Peter, he was making some moves that was a little, you know, some was cool, some was funny. So it's like, what are you doing? So if I was in her shoes, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But definitely seeing her added a lot to the storyline. And the overall look and cinematography of the season was excellent. Music was hitting, action saying. Now, you know Peter, man, when he throw them things, he be brawling. He's a brawler. He be body slamming niggas. You know, he one of them niggas, you know, so he be doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see a lot of that, and I loved it. It was pretty cool. It was pretty, you know, now he ain't no John Wick or nothing, but Peter's pretty cool. He remind me of Peter when he fight that chicken. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But again, like I said, the overall tone of it, though, was a little more dark. There were some choices and events that happened during the story and that Peter had to make that definitely, you felt them in your stomach a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I ain't see that coming, or damn, bro, you really did that? You ain't shit. It had a whole bunch of those moments during the series, and I think that's what you need in the show to keep niggas like me in tune and niggas like you in tune, and to have us being like, yeah, I felt that one. We gotta feel it. If we don't feel it, we don't want it. And I'm gonna give it to you. I said, I ain't spoiling. But there's some plot twisters, and there's a nigga that get dropped off that's gonna have you like, what the fuck is that nigga about to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this character about to do now that this nigga, like, it's, Night Agent Season 2. You might need to check that out. And then you made this far, man, smash that subscribe button. You already know what it is, man. Come join the family, man. Smash that subscribe button. Smash the post notification bell. We back at it. Now, overall, compared to Season 1, did Season 2 fall short? I don't think so. I think it actually did a real good job of keeping it a little bit more realistic. You know, they added a little bit more realism to it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I love the tone switch into a more darker vibe, like a darker, deeper conspiracy of showing that, you know, the things these agents have to do sometimes goes against the normal morale. That, you know, you think it's all hee ha ha, I'm a spy, I'm Lloyd Forger, you know, I'm doing my, no. This shit get deep, dark, Mickey, and tricky, and you never know who you could trust. I feel like in that aspect, and overall, the characters and how each of their individual stories and backgrounds tied real well into the storyline of Season 2. I gotta give it to Season 2. I think Season 2 was better than Season 1. I'm standing on it. If you already watched Night Agent Season 1 and 2, you let me know below in the comments. Which one do you think was better? Season 1 or Season 2? But now I know I said a lot. And I know you're watching it to hear the answer for this one question, man. Is this the show for you? Well, I'll tell you this, man. If you love spy thrillers, if you like shit like John Wick, man, if you like shit like Jack Ryan, you know what I'm saying? If you're into, you know, my anime family, if you into shit like Spy X, shit like that, man, I think this one is for you. You know what I mean? I think this shit is going to hit all the right buttons you need to hit, from the conspiracy to the action to the grittiness to the griminess to the love interest, if you're into that, you know what I mean? There's that too. It does a real good job of showing the connection between Peter Sutherland and Rose and the other characters and other relationships that develop in Season 1 and 2. Does a real good job with that. And if I had to throw this shit on the BigWill TV must-watch scale, out of 10, I gotta give that shit a good 7. 7. I know you guys think that 7 is bad, or it's not the best, but to me, I'm gonna tell you why I give it a 7. Only because this is one of them shows that you gotta pay attention. You hear what I'm saying? If you're not one of them people who could watch, you know, TV, pay attention, deep dissect what's really going on, taking all the info, hold it in and digest it, you might miss a few things. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like that cuts out a lot of you people. I'm not calling you motherfuckers slow, but that cuts out a lot of you. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that's the type of shit I love to watch. I love watching TV and it got my brain processing. You feel what I'm saying? That is what I like. So if you like that too, which I know you do, that's why you're sitting there watching, make sure you subscribe to us, BigWill TV, join the family, then this is for you. But yeah, man, talk to me, people. Have you seen this shit? Have you seen the Night Agent Season 1 and 2? You saw Peter turn to the dark side, man? Then let me know it below in the comments, man. Are you ready for Season 3? You ready for his comeback? You ready for Season 3? You ready for them to go get that guy? Are you ready for them to go get that guy, man? Look, man, let me know what you think about Season 2 in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that push notification bell. With that being said, man, BigWill TV, and hey, man, look, man, if you into One Piece, you know that gum. If you into Luffy and you want to see me react to the latest chapter of One Piece, click that video on my screen, because you know I went it in. I deep dove. If you want to know what Shamrock, who Shanks is to Shamrock, if you want to know the truth about the One Piece War, you make sure you click that video. With that being said, I'm gone.